So this is real life. It's actually happening, or at least this seems to be what they're pushing for the next update in Marvel Future Fight. As you can see, this is sneak peek number 4 for the March update. Many of us were hoping, speculating, thinking that we're gonna see something for the Sinister Six, you know, Sandman, Lizard, Electro, something related to Spider-Man No Way Home, since it's one of the only uniforms we've gotten as of late that didn't come with a uniform collection set. So it still feels as though there are pieces missing. And I don't know, maybe they're pushing it back and they're going to use that as the anniversary update or the pre-anniversary update. I don't know. But yeah, Deadpool is apparently getting a brand new uniform, and so is Gwenpool. And what's happening here is just a switch. Deadpool is now going to be rocking Gwenpool's outfit, and Gwenpool is going to be rocking Deadpool's outfit. With this, I can only assume that they're going to be giving Gwenpool either an awakened skill that has Deadpool in it or a tier 3. Something along those lines, because another uniform for Gwenpool when she is basically just a level 70 character just seems kind of stupid. I think it was very stupid in the beginning when they gave her premium uniform to not give her a tier 3 or an awakened skill back then, but they did follow up by giving that same treatment to several other characters, Enchantress, Black Cat, and I'm pretty sure those are the only ones that they gave premium type uniforms to, right? That they didn't. Yeah, they gave one to Zemo, but Zemo's uniform was for crystals, if I remember correctly. But as many of you guys know, if you've been watching this channel for some time, I love Deadpool. Deadpool is my favorite Marvel character, hands down, period. Absolutely love the guy. I think he is fantastic. However, I don't know. When I saw this, it didn't really make me excited, and I don't know if it's because the last couple uniforms we've gotten for Deadpool didn't really do what I was hoping for. Like his uniform that he has right now, the pimp suit, it looks really good, but it doesn't really do much. It was their attempt of making Deadpool a PvP character to some extent, and I've tried him out, and honestly, for Alliance Conquest, he's decent at best. I gave him a pretty good CTP of authority, but realistically, I don't really get too much value out of this Deadpool uniform, and same goes for the black one. There's not really much difference between the black and white. I've seen people say they can use Lady Deadpool for World Boss Legend content. Personally, I haven't bothered because Deadpool is heavily reliant on defense down, and defense down doesn't apply in World Boss Legend, so I felt like I would be wasting my time and my crystals to pull my CTP of authority. Prior to this, I had a CTP of regeneration on him, but I find that with his HP pool being so low, only at 80k, even with some HP Urus on him, it was probably wasted, so I gave it to somebody else. I say all this to say I'm not really excited for another Deadpool uniform, and I don't know if it's because this uniform looks kind of corny, right? Because I'm not really digging the look of it. Let me say this. Gwenpool looks amazing, okay? Gwenpool with the rollerblades and Deadpool uniform cut in like, you know, a girl version. Love it. It looks really cool. But Deadpool looks, I don't know, bro. It looks a bit out of whack, if I do say so myself. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just prefer to see Deadpool in the red suit. I don't know. Deadpool has several different uniforms. I think they could have chosen another one, but maybe they wanted to do something different, original even. I couldn't tell you because personally, as much as I love Deadpool, I've never seen him rock with this uniform that they're giving him ever. So again, maybe this is coming from a comic run. I haven't been actively keeping up with comics for a little while now, so correct me if I'm mistaken, guys. Is this a new comic run uniform for Deadpool, or is this something that they're just cooking up to fill the gap in between now and the anniversary update? Because we are, what is it, almost a month away from the anniversary for Marvel Future Fight, which is generally the peak of every year for the game in terms of the best rewards, some of the best deals, and generally some of the best updates. If it's not the anniversary update, it's usually like a month or two after we get like a really stellar update that gives the game a new facelift, if you will. I'm excited to see what else we're gonna get, but more than likely just gonna give us 2 uniforms and just say, hey, that's pretty much it. wait until the next update, and that's kind of sad, I will say. Now, if they do decide to give us only 2 uniforms for Deadpool, I hope this time around they actually do something worthwhile and it's not just like a half-ass uniform that they know is gonna sell regardless, because Deadpool is one of those characters that no matter how many times you sell a uniform for him, people will buy it. It's no different than if you sell 1 million uniforms for Spider-Man. Even if you change basically any like any little thing, people will find a way or a reason to justify buying it. Now, obviously, thank goodness they finally got Spider-Man a good uniform after like what 9 or 10 attempts of trying. And if you look at Captain America, it's literally the same deal. There's certain characters in this game that are like, in my opinion, cash cows. Iron Man is another one, and Deadpool is also, in my opinion, one of those. Wolverine too. Like, let's be honest. Like, if they give Wolverine a uniform, no matter how bad it is, people aren't going to buy it. And I'm not saying people. I mean, like, a lot of people. I'm not just saying like 1 or 2 people. No, no, no. A lot of people are going to buy it. So I'm hoping that this time around it's actually like a good, meaningful change for him, whether it's for World Boss Legend or for PvP. At this point in the game, I'm currently invested in PvP quite a bit, and I still enjoy World Boss Legend. So personally, if I was just gonna speak to, you know, my inner love for Deadpool and the fact that I'm currently enjoying the entirety of the game, I would love to see him be good for both pieces of content. But again, that might be me being greedy. So if they're gonna make him good for one piece of game mode, I would prefer, again, I would prefer it to be PvP. And the reason I'm saying that is because currently the meta is dominated by a couple blast characters, and you know, Deadpool being a speed character, he has a chance. If Deadpool and Spider-Man were like big on the PvP scene, how would you feel about it? I think that would be amazing to see Deadpool and Spider-Man coming in to counter Emma Frost and Adam Warlock. Emma Frost, Adam Warlock countering the Wolverines and the Gilgameshes and the, you know, the Thanos and the Doctor Dooms and stuff. I think it would be a nice little balance. But if they want to make him a PvE character, that is fine too. It's just that currently I play a lot of timeline battle. I usually play 20 fights per day. So if I was able to use Deadpool 20 times a day, a couple weeks, a month, that would be pretty dope. But I know that's not for everyone. Interesting to see what they're gonna do with this version of Gwenpool though, because this one right here costs money, and they've made quite a bit of money off of it over the last couple of years because it's come back a few times. So I'm curious to see if this version is actually going to be sold for crystals or cash. That's my only question here. Is this new uniform for Gwenpool going to be a premium uniform, or is it going to be one that they sell for crystals? And what is it really going to change? And will it be able, will it even be worth it? Because let's be honest, if you look at for example, Cable, well, I guess Cable's a different story because Cable's uniforms are very, very close to each other in terms of power level. I think this one has a little bit better survivability because of the iframes and whatnot, and the playstyle is a little bit different. But I guess they could do something similar to that for Gwenpool, where Gwenpool gets 2 uniforms. The power levels are very, very similar, and one is for cash and one is for crystals. So that way, maybe if you don't want to pick up the new version of Gwenpool, you can still play with the one that you bought for cash several years ago. And if she gets a strong tier 3 or a transcendent skill, then that will be perfectly fine, and you don't feel like you have to go out and buy. But then again, it's Marvel Future Fight. Come on, one of the very few ways they make money in this game is by selling uniforms, selling CTPs. Not so much selling cards, but I guess doing chance up for CTP and card gambling so you can re-roll your cards and stuff. So I find it hard to believe that they're going to give us another Gwenpool uniform and not at least make it a little bit better in some way, shape, or form than the one that she currently has. Now, she doesn't have the best kit in the world. Like, she could get a few additions here or there, like, for example, damage accumulation and stuff. But the thing about Gwenpool is this uniform is actually, like, a lot stronger than a lot of characters in the game. And I would be curious to see how it performs if she was able to be tier 3 and stuff. Because I think for I would say the majority of the uniforms in the game, this one would probably dominate them, even though it's really, really old. But that 25% chain hit damage coupled with maybe a CTP of energy, that is a lot. That would be like 55%, like just a regular energy. Like who has that much chain hit damage? Cable has like 20, I believe, right? I think she probably has the highest amount of. No, Cable has 35, but it's only for 5 seconds. I would love to see Gwenpool with the energy at a tier 3 level. Now, I know some of you guys are speculating that this could possibly be an early April Fool's Day joke because, you know, we're pretty close to that time. But I honestly don't think so because usually they don't go this far to try and convince us. But you never know, maybe this year they're stepping it up a notch. But they did say here that these two superheroes have prepared a special prank, and apparently we're going to learn more in the patch details to come. So there are going to be patch notes. Who knows, maybe the look for the uniforms are a joke, but the actual patch itself giving us uniforms for Gwenpool and Deadpool, that's actually going to be happening. Now, I did watch this video several times and I didn't see anything in here that signified that Gwenpool was going to be getting a tier 3 or a transcended skill, but I don't imagine they would give her a second uniform and then keep her locked at level 60. I just don't get why they would do that. And then at the exact same time, if they release another speed character that's really, really good right now that use speed books, guess what? Maybe that will force some people to actually buy the Titan record thing that they're trying to promote in World Boss, because most people aren't gonna have the Titan records to tier 3 Gwenpool. I know for me personally, I have like what, 7 or 8. So if this update drops on Tuesday, I'm going to be short a couple books. Maybe I have to buy a pack here or there to actually get the books. Maybe I have to actually finally spend the 20 bucks to get the Titan record selector, right? So they could finagle a way to actually make some money here off releasing a second speed character, a second speed tier 3 rather, in this March update cycle. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Is this just an April Fool's Day joke, or are we really getting this goofy looking uniform for Deadpool along with a brand new uniform for Gwenpool? Comment down below, boys, and let me know how you really feel about this. Again, I'm not trying to be salty. I'm just, you know, not that excited for another Deadpool uniform that could possibly let me down. I'd rather just wait, see, and then if it's good, I'll be happy that it's good, but I still won't be happy with the look per se. Maybe it'll grow on me over time, who knows, but we'll see. Not really my favorite looking uniform, I'll tell you that for free.